What's going on? This is Amawata Bay. Um, I'm here with my third video on universal law. You can check me out on YouTube and find my other two videos on the first two universal laws and other videos. But universal laws, it just explains how these fundamental laws um, relates to actual living or the actual world of reality that we perceive every day. These laws explains everything to us from who we are. Well, if you would understand these laws, you would come to find out who you really were, or you may begin to get a deeper or bigger picture of your true self. So I'm just going to explain how these laws could be used in actual everyday situations in order for us to bring about the type of life that we desire, no matter what it, no matter what it is. So the law number 3 is it's the law of action. Law of action states that action must be applied in order for us to manifest things on earth. You feel me? So in order to get things on earth or create things on earth, action must be applied. And therefore, we must engage in actions. So we must do things that support our thoughts, our dreams, and our emotions. Also our words. So if everything is in order to manifest here on earth, we need action. You'll begin to understand more once I get down to other laws like my favorite law of attraction, which I call law of creation. But once we start getting to those, you start to see a bigger picture, like putting together a piece of the puzzle. You be like, man, I think this is the train. I think this is no, they're like an airplane. But as you start getting more pieces, you'll be like, you know what I'm saying? You'll know what it is. So as you learn more of these laws and how they relate with actual living, you know what I'm saying, or actual being, then you will become, you know what I'm saying, more open. But anyway, law of attraction, law of action applied to thoughts need to manifest things on earth. All right, that's saying like this, and this is why I'm against religion. In religion, especially Christianity, which is the, leading world religion, they said that, they teach you to pray, and they believe in prayer, and you pray to, when someone in the congregation's sick, you go to church and everybody's sitting there and they praying for them to get better. You know what I'm saying? Some, natural disaster happens somewhere, they praying for the victims. You know what I'm saying? People get sick personally, they praying to God to heal them. Or my fault, you can't talk to God, you got to go through his son, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Bullshit. If somebody wants something, be able to pay their bills and have a Merry Christmas, whatever the fuck that may be, you praying for God to, this type of shit, right? Now, praying, the only action in praying is the act of praying. And that is sitting your retarded ass on your ass or on your knees with your eyes closed, praying or talking to the only motherfucker who can hear you, which is yourself, but you calling the motherfucker God. thinking he off somewhere in heaven. That's the only action that's been done. Or either you laying your fat ass up on the couch, eating Twinkies and shit, praying to fucking lose some weight or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody, whatever the case may be, you praying. See, that's your problem. When you pray, the only act is you fucking running your mouth. You got to get up off of your ass and you have to act. You have to go do some shit. You feel what I'm saying? When you pray, just say you pray for $1 million, or say you pray for a job, or whatever the case may be. You still have to act and you have to go get that job. You have to act and actually work that job. That's action. Action must be applied here. You feel me? So once you go get deep into the action, you will start to see that prayer is not necessary. I ain't prayed in like roughly a decade. Just throw that out there. But prayer isn't necessary. Because prayer without action is useless. But you can act without prayer and you can still progress. You feel me? You can still manifest. You can still create. That's why I'm against the religion message of Christianity, because that would get somebody sitting in their ass praying. You know what I'm saying? And you go to church and you holy on Sunday. You ain't cursing. You're happy, smiling with everybody. You just, you know what I'm saying? You don't get dressed up, and now you in church and you eating your poisonous foods, and you sitting your ass, and you giving your hard-earned money to somebody else who just like you for whatever purposes. In the process, that's your action. Your action is sitting in a church, listening to somebody tell you the same shit, bullshit, useless shit over the fuck and over again. Now, if you're sitting in a church, giving your money away, doing what productive for yourself? Actually, at the same time, eating nonsense, so you poison yourself. When you poison yourself, you poison your mind. As within, so without. As a man, we are what we eat, we are what we think. So now you become church sitting, listening, unactionable ass motherfucker, basically. You ain't doing shit but sitting in church. Now, if you was to put them hours into actual researching, maybe trying to find out some information on to how I can get Brother Johnson fucking healthy instead of praying for him, then you could be in that motherfucker like, dude, check the cost of your sickness and everything is basically mucus, you know what I'm saying? It's because of the dairy products that we eat, you know what I'm saying? The meat that we consume that has no nutritional value in the system to your intestines, and it causes disease, just like the roadkill you see in the street. Therefore, you have to get that stuff out of the system. You got to clean the system. You got to start eating natural, you know what I'm saying? Organic, green fruits and vegetables, get your nutrition in so that the immune system can work properly and fight off the defenses in the system, you know what I'm saying? Type of shit. Then we're acting. You feel what I'm saying? There's power in action. There's no power in prayer. The only person that can hear you when you pray is yourself, but then they fool you to believe that somebody in heaven is listening to you and he hear everybody at the same time. Only way everybody can be heard at the same time is if everybody hear themselves at the same time. That's omnipresence. That's the collectiveness of God, because we are all the creators, you know. Um, we have to act to manifest. We can't keep sitting here waiting to die to receive a kingdom of heaven when these European and these fucking Jews is building their heavens right here, right now on earth. And then they're using your slow ass to do it. But all you can do is still sit there and talk about some fucking amen when really you only saying my name. You saying Amen. Amen Ra. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what you're saying. You don't even speak your own languages. You know? But when you thinking this garbage, you think in the way the enemy wanted you to think, therefore you creating what the enemy wants you to create. What we have to do is start realizing who the fuck we really are and the power that we really the fuck at. You ain't got no power and you don't want to, and you ain't interested and you just cool. Again, I beg you to just go jump off a cliff, walk in front of a truck, you know, kill yourself, however you feel like doing it, because you know you got issues and you ain't nothing gonna be. You're a distraction upon our people and what's real and what's real. You know what I'm saying? What's true. But when we find out who we really is and our true powers and what we can really do, and we can really do whatever the fuck we think about, whatever we think about. Now, what we gotta do? Act upon it, motherfucker. Stop sitting the fuck around doing the same nonsense, talking the same shit, going to the same places that have gotten you nowhere. We have to act according to the motherfucking way that we think. We have to act according to the things that we've chosen to believe for our better good. You feel me? It don't really matter what you believe, because a person can make themselves believe any fucking shit a person make up, and you only gonna believe or live out that you believe. Why not think higher? Why not believe higher and think higher and act higher? Therefore, be higher. We are what we think. Y'all thinking like the motherfucking European want y'all to think. That's why y'all sitting there eating their foods, and y'all going to their hospitals, and y'all getting y'all kids these immunization shots. My daughter ain't never had no immunization shot. She 4 years old, smart as hell. Don't get sick because she don't eat dairy products. Started off vegetarian until her grandmama, being so smart, start talking about protein and put on meat. You know what I'm saying? Silly shit. But you know, you're always praying for things that's not gonna happen and things that is in the power of our action. The man in the hospital, we can act and we can help. The money, the job, you name it. Whatever we want, think about it, do it, act upon it. Universal law. Don't have to believe in it. It's gonna happen anyway. This is I'm Water Bay. Peace.